Hello, everybody, and welcome back to your September monthly love reading. I'm feeling a little bit of the effects of Mercury going in retrograde, so just bear with me if I get every single word confused with a different word, and just be with me. Help me along. We are reading for the sign of Leo. So Leo, let's see, we just passed Leo season. We're now into Virgo season. That's kind of like technically, like the beginning of your new year. So, Leo season, obviously. So let's see. I don't know. Let's see what the cards have to say. As always, we are using the amazing Earth Magic deck, which I love. We have Angel Answers deck. We have Magical Unicorn deck that we're using today. So we're just going to get a really good overview for all of you guys on, what's shaking in the love department. So here we go. What are the messages for Leo's love life? Come on, universe. Give us some messages for Leo's love life for September. What are the messages for Leo's love life for September? Leo's love life for September. What are the messages for Leo's love life for September? What are the messages for Leo's love life for September? So for me, I know I take a little bit of time to shuffle, but I really don't like to choose the cards until they really kind of pop out and give me a firm answer that they really, want to come and they have a message for you. So, all right, Leo, we're moving on to the Magical Unicorns. Magical Unicorns, give us a message for the Leos for their September month of love. What's the message for Leos for September for their love lives? What are the messages? Give us the message. What's the message? Leo's love life. Leo's love life. No? Leo's love life. There we go. And let's do an angel answer. What angels give us the message for Leo? Their love life 2016, September 2016. That's it. Okay, Leo. Let's jump right in and see what we got going on. Oh. Wow. Okay, so a lot of signs are getting this. And I don't know if you guys follow us on Snapchat, Lunar Box Babes on Snapchat, but I do a daily pull. And then I do on Sunday, I do a pull for your weekly energies, just general weekly energies, but the message is applicable to all signs. So this Ask Your Angels has been popping up a lot. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. So we have crystals, which is focus. We have childhood, which is innocence. We have desert, which is the vision quest. Thank you, Mercury in retrograde. And then we have from the Magical Unicorns deck, we have worth waiting for. Your patience will be rewarded. And then for your angel answers, we have Ask Your Angels. Okay. This is kind of an interesting reading. So, when I see the crystals card, it's such a beautiful card. But this really kind of signifies to me an Aquarius. This is their birthstone. And then also it could really just mean when we think about Aquarius, or when we think about amethyst rather, we really think about tapping into our third eye, tapping into our spirit guides, tapping into that intuition, tapping into our psychic abilities. So when it comes to your love life for September 2016 Leos, this is really saying to you to, and then kind of like we have the water there. We have, those beautiful mountains in the background, and we also have the trees as well. And those are evergreen trees. There's a lot of symbolism in this card here. It's like there's strength in the distance. There's always going to be love that stands with you, between you and your partner. It could be a friendship. It could be a very deep friendship. It could be a really deep sort of kinship to, your friends or your family members, or, I see those evergreens and they're evergreen. And then I see those mountains, and that's really like strength to me. That signifies strength. We have the water as well, so that signifies to me emotions. When I really look at this card and we're reading it in the context of love, it's like there's something between you and another person that's always going to be there, even if it feels like it's kind of in the distance or far in the background. This is like your psychic connection, your intuitive connection to that person, to that love that you have. And there may be, these waters, they're a little choppy. So it may not always feel like the smoothest, easiest ride with this person, but at the core of it, you guys have a really deep connection. And there's always going to be an underlying strength. So when you see the mountains, mountains are made of stone. So this person might have Virgo or Earth heavy in their chart. Taurus, I don't know, Taurian energy pops up. That could be their sun, their moon, their rising. It could be their Venus. It could just be a predominant sign in their chart. They could be a totally different sun sign. So I really see this card, and I see that whoever you are deeply involved with in the month of September, you have a really intense psychic connection with that person. It might seem a little bit choppy at times, but there are going to be things in that relationship that are ever strong, evergreen, ever there. They're a source of strength for you, even through the choppy emotions that you both may have encountered together. And then when you really see that, you see that little glistening light, there's a special sparkle between the two of you. So it may not always feel easy. It may not always feel like a cakewalk. It may be a lot of intense emotions being brought up by the other person, Leo, but you have a really deep connection and that person means a lot to you. So here we have childhood innocence. And you look at the childhood innocence card and it's, two little kids looking at the sunshine, probably after a little rain shower. They're probably, they have a little pail, so they're probably fetching stuff for their parents. That card is saying, okay, so you guys have been through a little bit of trying times together, right? But really try to come back to a time before you had lots of other people's opinions imposed on you, and really just get back to that childhood innocence, because it's going to help you forget a lot of the tough crap that you guys went through. And it's going to give you that silly, fun, adventurous, kind of a new feeling in your relationship. So in September, you really want to do things that make you giggle, make you laugh, bring you back to a place when you felt silly and carefree and you didn't have student loans and you didn't have a mortgage and you didn't have, just all that other crap that goes along with being an adult. That's going to help your relationship a lot in September. So here we have the desert, and it's Vision Quest. So you could be feeling, this to me comes up as Earth again. It comes up to me as Virgo, but it could be any Earth sign. It could be Taurus. It could be Virgo. It could be Capricorn. And it could be their sun, their moon, their rising. It could just be an influence heavy in their chart. You're kind of seeing like it's a little bit barren, you know? And I think that really plays back to the first two cards. It hasn't always felt fun and easy because there are deep emotions involved. That person's kind of like your rock, and you could see it under all of that. And you feel a very like deep psychic connection with them. But, you know, I think you're feeling a little bit like you need to spice it up again, or you need to rediscover or find out something new and exciting about your partner. And that's really where this childhood innocence card comes up. You know, bring that fun and adventure back in yourself, and you'll be able to fill your vision, even though it feels a little barren or a little lifeless right now. It's worth waiting for, and your patience will be rewarded. So even if you're not involved with somebody at the moment, right? Okay, so that's fine. These cards can also very much be interpreted as tap into your own intuition and your own spirituality and your own, you know, if you, when you were younger, if you had a desire to go out and mine crystals on your own. I know I always bring it back to crystals, but I love them so much. But these cards can also really be telling you to Amethyst, Aquarius for the people. You know, so it's telling you that it might feel a little meh right now, a little blah, but when you're tapping into that for the people energy, and you're tapping into your third eye, you're tapping into your wisdom, you're tapping into who you truly are, you know, tap into that carefree side of yourself from when you were little and you had excitement about life. That's going to bring you to a place of inner peace. And when we're at peace within ourselves, we're able to attract the right type of people for us. So, you know, it's worth waiting for. Leo, don't rush it. And ask your angels, you know, hello. Angels, intuition, third eye, open it up. It's worth waiting for. Have a little bit of patience. It might seem a little meh right now, right? But that's okay, because life is an ebb and flow. It's not always going to be up. It's not always going to be down. You're not always going to be alone. You may not always be with somebody, but this reading can be read for someone in a couple, and it could also be read for somebody in a couple with themselves. Focus on yourself. Focus on your intuition. Focus on the magic in your personal life, and tap into the fun, silly, giggly side, and you're going to see, okay, it may seem a little barren right now, but we're coming back. It's worth waiting for. Look at the little fox. This is telling me to tell you to really look out for little foxes as a reminder. Anytime you see a picture of a fox or a little fox or an actual fox, I actually have seen a fox on one of my hikes last year at Jockey Hollow in New Jersey, and I was like, oh my God, he was so beautiful. So, you know, keep that in mind. Go do a little research on foxes. Let them be your little spirit guide for September. And if you see one, just let it kind of click back into your head and say, okay, let me get back into, you know, a spiritual place right now and a fun place within myself. And that's going to open me up and bring the kinds of relationships that I want into my life. Leo, it's a beautiful month. I think September is a great month for you guys. I love it. I hope you enjoyed this reading. As always, I will be back next month in October. But if you want to book a private reading with me, you can do that, lunarboxshop.com, and click private reading. and we will schedule you. And also, if you want to check out an interview I did with the Peace Dealer, you can go to his YouTube channel, and I just talk a little bit about how I got to astrology and into the spiritual side of life, and also how Lunar Box came around. So if you guys are interested in receiving a magical, super beautiful, super cool box filled with Reiki infused goodies, subscribe to Lunar Box. So we do all the hard work. We test all the products. We we seek out awesome women-run companies, small businesses, and we give them a platform to share all of their cool stuff with you. So as always, love you guys, and I will see you back in October. Bye, Leo.